So here I am on my portal. When students log into their portal, all they have to first, students have to log into their portal every single day that's a school day to be marked as present. If they don't log in, they'll be marked as absent and it'll count as they're not in school. So they have to log in to their portal every single day. As soon as they log into their portal, there'll be a little pop-up that says, thank you, your attendance has been recorded. Alright, so portal, you go down, 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 find reading, and click the little book. So once you find reading and you click your book, it's going to load. You're only gonna see one book, so I'm gonna click the one book. I'm gonna go through the student edition. Let's look at that. So you're gonna click your second one. Let's see. Okay, mine doesn't have any to-dos, but yours should. So you're going to click your second one. There's going to be two links for you. You're going to click the second one. And then we're going to look through our book. So if I go to my binder. Oh, it's because it. Oh no, I don't have any. If you go to my binder in your to-do list, there should be some work here. If you have things in the past that you didn't finish, you can do those also. If you go here to my work, you have your interactive book. So I'm going to click that. That's not what we're going to do today, but I'm going to show you. You should have done it last week. So you're going to click your launch work text. This is the one that lets you write in the book. So we're on Unit 5, Week 2. So I'm going to look for Unit 5, Week 2. So Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4, Unit 5, okay, Unit 5, Week 2, so 302. So, 302. Alright, so here is the vocabulary. So here's your vocabulary: recycling, gazed, discouraged, remaining, tinkered, and conservation. You have to write little things for each one. So this one says, name two things. Her class could be recycling. So if you remember recycling, you're gonna use something for a different purpose. So we recycle paper and cans and glass and bottles and all sorts of stuff. Gazed, we know that Penny sat and gazed at the beautiful painting for a long time. If she sat and gazed at a painting, it says, what's another word for gaze? So think about it. That one's easy. You guys can do that one. So you're going to go through all of them and you're going to write in whatever you have. Here, up in the top, you can do notes and you can click it and write something, or you can actually write it with the pen that's right here. So you can write, name two things for class could be recycling. So we can recycle, let me make it a little thicker. We can make paper. Obviously that's too thick, but it's okay for now. So you can write in it like that, or you can write a note. To get out of it, you just re-click it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so, and then here it says, draw something that makes you feel jubilant. Remember, jubilant means happy. Alright, so going on to the story that it is. So this is an exact one that we have in school. It has a story, you can have it read to you, and then you answer 3 questions. Some questions just say underline, so easy as that. Okay, but we're gonna go to the other story right now. So we're gonna go to read. You can also do adaptive learning. That's really good for you guys to work on, and you can also do the games if you want to. So I'm gonna go to read, and I'm gonna go to, oh, I think I'm gonna go to this one, but this is not the right story. So on our, I think it was 390. Yeah, there we go. So here's our story. We're gonna go through it, and then we're gonna go to the next part.
Genre: realistic fiction. Bravo, Tavo by Brian Munir. Illustrated by Perky Edgerton.
Awesome. So remember, this one is realistic fiction. So fiction means fake. Realistic means it could happen. If I'm looking at the pictures, they look like drawings, not photographs. And they're pictures of little boys playing together with a basketball. So that could happen. But I know it didn't because they're not photographs. They're just drawn pictures. Alright, so we're gonna go through this one. You can do it in yours also. I'm gonna put it one page view because that's what I like better, but obviously it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Alright, so here I'm looking at my text feature, my pictures, and I'm gonna go through it. Dribble, flip, dribble, boing. The ball bounced off the hoop. Tavo had missed again. He bent down to fix the duct tape flapping around his patched sneakers. The tape held the soles to what remained of the canvas tops, but Tavo wasn't easily discouraged. He was excited, for he had the whole summer to practice before the regular basketball season started. Oh my goodness, look at his shoes. He's holding them together with duct tape. But look at his face. Do you think that he is happy or sad or frustrated, or what do you think? Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that. Alright, next. Okay, so he looks like he's in some sort of desert because I see a cactus. And I see some dust when he's kicking. So this one I'm going to have it read to us.
Tavo had seen the NBA games on the new satellite TV at the village store, and he wanted to play ball like one of those big American players. He imagined that one day he too would have a great basketball name, a name like Air or Magic.
So it says that he saw a NBA game at a village store. If we think about where we live, we don't live in a village. We live in a city. We live maybe in a community, but we don't really live in villages here. So this word tells me that he is not from where we're from.
But for now he was just Tavo, Gustavo II, named after his father. If only I had new sneakers, Tavo said to himself as he tucked the ball under his arm and started up the path toward home. Then I'd play better. The ground crunched beneath his shoes, leaving trails of dust. The mountainside stretched before him, a patchwork of plowed fields separated by the remnants of ancient irrigation ditches called zanjes. It reminded him of the quilt on his bed, but in shades of brown. Tavo looked down at his frayed sneakers and kicked at the parched earth. If only I had new sneakers, he muttered again.
So what is it he wants? We know that he likes to play basketball. The things that he is saying again and again is if he only had sneakers. So I'm gonna circle that. New sneakers. I'm gonna make it green. That's a little bit difficult to see. Let me try again. Okay, so it says new sneakers, and then it also says it again here when we look down a little. It says he wants new sneakers again. Okay, next one. It looks kind of like a scarecrow, maybe. And Tavo and maybe his dad or someone else in the village.
When he reached home, Tavo found his father poking around the old zanhe, the ancient irrigation ditch, which ran along the edge of their field. Gustavo was always tinkering with something. Today he was putting up yet another scarecrow.
So if I'm looking at this word Zanhe, we don't really know what in the world that is, but we can see through the sentence that we can figure it out. So if you look right after it, it says the ancient irrigation ditch. So a ditch is kind of like a hole, kind of like a valley, and irrigation is when you are making sure that all the plants are getting their water. So ancient, we know, means it's really, really old. So it's an old, kind of like watering hole.
Papa, look! Look at my sneakers. They are turning into sandals. I bet you can't fix them anymore, said Tavo. Tavo, I've told you this already, Gustavo replied wearily. We can't afford new sneakers right now. Not until the rains come. Sure, Tavo thought in frustration. And then I'll have to wait for the corn to grow, then to dry on the stalk, then to be harvested, then to be brought to the molino, to be ground into flour, then to be sold in the market. The basketball season will be over by then.
So his dad is saying that they can't afford the sneakers. So maybe they can just wait for now. They have to wait until the rain. And Tabo is saying, yeah, I know what that means. We have to wait for the rain so the corn can grow, so then it can dry, so then we can harvest it, so then we can bring it to be ground into flour, so then we can sell it. And then that's going to take so long that the basketball season is going to be over. So they don't have money. This is their way to get money. It's not something that's very simple. It takes a lot of time. Probably made him feel a little bit frustrated because he wanted it now. So here's another drawing.
Tavo looked up at the sky as some dark thunderclouds rumbled with the promise of rain. One cloud slipped through the peaks and drifted out over the valley. The two Gustavos watched silently as the cloud broke apart in the blazing sun, like a bursting piñata. Hopeless, Gustavo said, throwing up his hands in exasperation. There is only one thing left to do. I have a plan, and I'm going to present it at the meeting tonight.
My goodness, if they saw clouds and they thought they were going to rain and they did not, because it says the cloud broke apart in the blazing sun like a bursting piñata. This dad seemed so upset. He said, hopeless. So without hope. Oh my goodness. He probably is feeling very frustrated. So here, his dad and him in some sort of crowd.
The villagers had been called to an emergency meeting to discuss the drought. As the two Gustavos neared the village square, they could hear that the meeting had already begun. To Tavo's surprise, his father marched right up to the front and faced the crowd. We cannot wait for the rains to begin, he said. Our ancestors knew the solution. The solution is in the zanjes.
So remember, the zanjes is the irrigation, so it's how they water their plants without the rain. So he's saying, we can't wait for the rain is going to take too long. So let's just use this irrigation system, these ditches, so that we're able to not wait for the rain, so we're able to just do it anyway.
We must dig them up again, up into the mountains, until we reach the ancient source of the water. Gustavo, the mayor said, pausing for effect. Go talk to your scarecrows. The crowd burst into laughter. If the zanjes worked so well in the past, why did our ancestors stop using them? The mayor puffed up his chest and poked his finger in the air. We must move forward. not backward." Gustavo abruptly turned and walked out. Tavo ran after him, his back burning with embarrassment.
Alright, so we're gonna take a break for now. Go have a snack, go outside for a little bit, go take a stretch break, and then when you're ready, you're gonna go to the next one so that you can finish the story.